Hey friend, Alex here from Audio Edges, and today let's talk about Fabfilter Pro L2. In particular, the styles, okay? Fabfilter Pro L2 comes with 8 advanced and highly program dependent algorithms, and all of them have their own unique character. One is not necessarily better than the other. They're all great for different things, and most importantly, they do all go pretty loud. So, depending on the effect you want to get, these are different algorithms that allow you to get some different sounds. So, for example, more transparent versus more punchy and obvious. So, let's talk about each one and go through them. Now, transparent is the first algorithm on the styles list, and this one it stays as close as possible to the original sound, and it more or less avoids the pumping effects and any color or limiting character that some limiters can add. It's very transparent and it works great on most sounds. This sounds great on pretty much anything, and the main factor with this style is that you're mainly just going for pure volume in this case. So this one is the clearest and most transparent setting of all of them. Okay, so the next one is punchy. Okay, and with punchy, of all the styles, this one is going to be the most obvious style. When you push into this limiter, you're going to get punchiness and a bit of a pumping sound, which adds character and energy. So it's still pretty minimal on distortion and can do wonders on individual tracks too, like vocals or bass or guitar. But this setting, when it comes to entire songs, it's great on beats and really kind of percussive and rhythmic tracks that need energy and edge. So that's the punchy style. Give it a try, see what you think. The next one on the list is dynamic. So the dynamic algorithm is it's really amazing. What they've done is created a style algorithm that works by enhancing the transients in the song or in the track or in the audio before applying the limiting. So it can better preserve or at least maintain kind of that original punch and clarity of your sound. So it will enhance the transients and then apply the limiting. And this basically helps to maintain the dynamics in your song, and while still helping you get volume out of the limiter. Okay, so great for maintaining dynamics, great for keeping the original punch and clarity of your sound as much as possible. So this algorithm is going to be awesome on rock songs, but it can also make all sorts of other types of music sound great too. So that's dynamic. Let's check out the next one, all around. Okay, you may have seen this one before. This style's design is built just to simply sound good and work on anything. It has a really nice balance between loudness and transparency. So it can be a really good go-to as a when in doubt type of scenario. Just reach for this one. But I also wouldn't consider this style as a last resort because it is actually one of the most practical and useful styles. And a lot of engineers love this style for exactly that. It's a great sound every time that you can count on. So that's all around. Now, the next one on the list, those are the first four. We're getting into the last four here. We have aggressive. Now, this is a style that you can typically use in music like EDM or trance music, but it also does a killer job on rock, metal, and also pop, depending on the song. So the way that this style works is that it's a near clipping style of limiting, and the algorithm it uses is really aggressive, but also very smart. So that's the aggressive style, and it's going to be a really good choice if you're looking for that type of effect. So the next one on the list is modern. Okay, modern is a style. This style was intended by Fabfilter to set kind of a new standard for any all-purpose transparent limiting. And so the idea that Fabfilter had with this algorithm is essentially to just get a very loud, very clean, and very natural sound. And it reacts amazingly well, even with near zero look-ahead settings. So this is a style designed by Fabfilter to just kind of set a modern standard for sound. Now, the next one, we only have two left. The next one is bus. Can you guess what this one is going to be good for? Now, this style is the total opposite of transparent. This style is like we're talking that pumping, squashing, or gluing sound on a track. Okay, so this will be great. You guessed it, on your drum bus, for example, and even individual tracks that you want to give that pumping limiting sound to. So that's going to be the bus style. And the final style that we have here is safe. Now, this safe style, it was specifically designed to introduce no distortion. So it's going to, a really good use for this is going to be more chill acoustic music or classical music or just anything where you want to just be very, very careful with the limiting. Okay. So here is the safe setting. And out of these, we have 8 styles. Now, don't jump away just yet because I need to make a quick, important note about latency between the styles. Now, according to Fabfilter, these last 4 settings here, from aggressive to safe, are going to create more processing latency than the others. So if this is an issue for you in your track or where you have placed the limiter, along the way, if you do need to limit the amount of latency that you're getting, what you're going to want to do is choose one of the first 4 algorithms. Okay, for example, transparent to all around. And another thing that will reduce latency, if that does become a problem for you, is you can turn off true peak limiting and keep oversampling off. But in general, and especially if you're using a limiter, to master your track or for such purposes, you're going to want a higher oversampling rate. But those are just a couple notes about latency as well. And I would like to know, my friend, which of these Pro L2 styles are your favorite? Could you let me know in the comments? And for doing that, I have a gift just for you. I would like to give you my ultimate mixing tips and hacks guide. Okay, and this guide is just packed full of juicy tips that I've learned, just like these ones here, about limiting, about mixing, all sorts of mixing tips and hacks. I've put together the ultimate guide just for you. It is absolutely free, and the link is going to be at the top of the description for you. Okay, so check that out. I really think you're going to love it. Otherwise, thank you for joining me on this video. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm really glad to have you here, and I will see you next time.